is sleep, stress, and recovery, which libraries of books have been written on. So we're going to spend an hour on this. All right, so what I'm going to do is teach you guys how every injury in the history of mankind has ever happened. Okay, you ready? You ready for this? All right, here we go. We have this chart. This represents, this dotted line here represents your capacity for work or play without injury. Okay? So, and this is your day. So, every day you wake up with 3 things already on your plate. And once these boxes stack up, that's when things start happening. You start running into problems, okay? But every day you get out of bed, we start with the 3 boxes. And those boxes are, let's see if I can remember this. Okay, you're going to start with an anatomical dysfunction. Okay, so that for me, my anatomical dysfunction is I had an ACL replacement back in 1989. So I can't go back in time and change that. That's what I wake up with every day. That's what I have to work with.
Mine is a chronically stiff ankle on the right side.
Okay, so
it doesn't like to dorsiflex.
Okay, so we all wake up
we all
with
have
something. Yeah, everyone has something, okay, that we wake up and that's the way it is. And then the next one is our sleep, our nutrition, and our stress, okay? So we all wake up with some kind of level of that already in place.
So you're saying that those are bad, that box is bigger.
Boxes, you want them to be as small as possible because the more they stack up, you're entering that capacity line, okay? Then this final one is a functional, is your functional scope, okay? How strong is your squat? How deep is your lunge? This is your mobility and your strength, okay? Mobility and strength. So the cool thing is, anatomical dysfunction pretty much stays the same. That box is not going to change a lot. Sleep, stress, and recovery, you can shrink that box. Functional scope, if you have a good trainer, you can shrink that box too. Get stronger, get more mobile, okay? So, well, let's say you wake up, this is the way your boxes are. Now let's start our day. You're going to wake up, we're going to do some housework. We're going to do dishes, we're going to get the kids ready for school, and anything else we got to do in the house. Folding laundry, whatever you got to do. Then, you've got whatever work you have to do, you've got your commute, whatever it is that you got to do during the day, okay? Then you've got, you decide to show up for your workout. Finally walk in. All right, it's time to work out. You go, okay, let's do some lunges. Great. Let's do some squats. Cool. Let's do some push-ups. Nice, no problem. We're doing awesome. Then we hit those pull-ups. Uh-oh, my shoulder's talking to me. So usually you hit that point, got something. So we go into the orthopedist. What does he say? Stop doing pull-ups.
And we need to order an MRI.
But is the problem the pull-ups? He hasn't asked you about all this other stuff. You know, what kind of stress are you on? What's your nutrition like? What's your stress management? What's your sleep like? What's your, what was your mobility? Should you even be doing those pull-ups? We don't know your mobility yet, right? Do you have any anatomical dysfunctions that are already in place? Like, you haven't looked at your load, okay? So, here we go. We have a better answer than just, okay, take a couple weeks off of the gym, stop doing the pull-ups, and whatever. We have a better solution to this, okay? So we wake up, again, here we are with our anatomical dysfunction because we've decided that, not a ton, I can't go back, I don't have a time machine, so we can't change that much, right? All right, so let's say you can shrink this. You start sleeping better, you eat a little better, start trying some breathing techniques, right? Getting some things in place. Let's say we shrink that in half. Nice. Okay. You're working on your mobility, you're strengthening your hips, right? Those are starting to feel better, increasing that shoulder mobility. All right, so now we shrunk that box because we're getting better. All right, now let's wake up to our day. That's going to be the same, right? Housework, same. You're working your commute. Okay. Good, that's the same. Still got to drive in the traffic. All right, now let's do our workout. Lunges, squats, push-ups, pull-ups. Still no problem. Look how much more capacity we have. Now we can even do more. Awesome. So you can manipulate this. When you hit this cap, this is where you either have an injury or some kind of problem such as you can't do the thing. Like, okay, you can't even start to perform it, or you do it and you hurt yourself. So that's cap. So one way to increase your capacity is to shrink your boxes. Another way is to increase that line. Get that line to move up. So you can shrink your boxes, and through submaximal training, that's what we do here, right? If you do a thing called submaximal training where you're not going to your full, you're not going hard every day, right? You're training at a level that you can recover from. So we're going to be talking about stress and recovery today. And exercise is a form of stress. But if you do it at the right level and you're able to recover from it, your capacity actually increases. So now, instead of being stuck with this much capacity, you've shrunk your boxes down, you've increased your capacity. Now, you've got this much capacity instead of that. So now you've increased your capacity for work and play. When you increase this, not only can you do more, this is where the fun stuff happens. This is when now you can get on a plane and fly all the way to Australia. So you can tolerate that now, right? You can travel more, you can do more, you play with your grandkids on the floor. This is where the fun happens when you get to this. Right?
Your reef, go scuba diving.
Yeah, go scuba diving. Like this is you've earned your freedom here to do more things once you're increase that capacity. So this is called load versus capacity. This is a very, very important concept to remember for physical and mental wellness. So this there's a diagram in your book. We're done. Thank you.